welcome back to another factory vlog. So today you're going to join us in the Parker Baits factory. We're going to be making some bait. We've got some OG fish on the go, some fruit and nut later on I believe. We'll show you guys all of our product range, but mainly I just wanted to say thank you to everyone that has been supporting us the last few months and everyone that come over to us at the Big One show. It was a huge success, and going into 2024 we're pleased to let you know we'll be doing every single show pretty much within the UK. So drop us a comment down below and let us know what show you want to see us at. We're bringing our products along. You can taste, smell, feel our products. There's a lot of people at the show that maybe haven't used us before, never seen the bait before. They wanted to buy it, but they've never seen it. They just wanted to, you know, have a little look. So it was quite nice to meet some new customers and show them the bait. And hopefully you guys have been out on the bank already and caught yourself some bangers. So yeah, join us in the factory vlog today. We got a few hook baits behind me here, guys. That's our different range of pop-ups. I'll try and talk through those later on today. We've got loads of orders to do. We've had a really busy day yesterday. We literally filled up half a DX van with about 70 orders. So thank you guys very much. Let's get cracking.
Morning guys, and I'm going to touch on stuff that maybe we didn't touch on the last factory vlog. Now, in front of me is our rolling machine. Now this is something that myself and Tom got bespoke made. Cost us an arm and a leg, to be brutally honest with you. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch on how I set it up, because there's a lot more people just think, you know what, I'm going to buy a machine, I'm going to just start punching out bait, it's going to be easy. Well, to be honest with you, it took me about, was it 5 months, Tom? I couldn't even make a ball, could I? This is when Tom was working his full-time job. Obviously I've used hand rolling machines for years, but a hand rolling machine and a machine that's got an extruder and it then pushes it out, and then obviously when the dough comes out the end of the nozzle it gets bigger, which then changes the size of the nozzle and makes the perfect ball, setting it upright, making sure that the steamings are everything. It's just one big, it's got to be done right is what I'm trying to put across. But what I'm going to do is now I'm going to touch on a few things, just a few things. I'm not going to sort of bamboozle you, but a few things that how we set up our 14mm. The back plate has to sit up in a particular way. We've made that mistake before. So what you do is you loosen off the sides. This is what helps lock in the sides. So obviously after doing hundreds and hundreds of kilos, the machine doesn't vibrate, knock it out and obviously change the diameter of the ball, because a small little movement or knock, or if you turn up the machine for say scenario's sake, which I'll show you in a second, that can change absolutely everything. So that's in first, then I'll lock this in. Bosh, here it is. This is, if you like, the simplest way of putting this across is the moving part of the roller. So you've got the back plate and then the moving part. Obviously this rotates, which then makes the ball, spits it out the bottom, and then makes them perfect round, almost a marble shape, but definitely not the hardness of a marble, being that we steam here at Parker Baits. If I go down here, what we were doing, we were lining up the top, so as you can see, you can move, as you move the back plate, obviously that then moves this, so the slots then line up. Now for months and months and months, or for weeks and weeks and weeks, I was lining up the top, but ultimately the boilies are exiting at the bottom. Therefore, it's the bottom that needs to line up. So in a second, I'm going to come around the front, because I don't know whether it is lining up, to make sure it's perfect. Believe it or not, underneath was absolutely perfect. So what I'm going to do is now, I've locked in the end head there, I'll press start, so this will give you an understanding of what it looks like before I put the main sort of shell over the top, which sort of protects all the gubbins, and that's where the top works. So if I go like that, so as you can see, the roller's going round, which then pulls, without getting my fingers anywhere near it, pulls the dough in, then sort of flicks it round, makes it into perfect balls, and then throws it out the bottom. Obviously a hell of a lot of stuff comes into play with this, ingredients we've had to play with, because the idea behind, sort of the background behind our thought process is that, obviously, being that the nutritional value we wanted to keep as high as possible, but we also wanted a lot of fleck within our bait. Now things like cod liver oils, CLO that you're putting in, kelp granules, little bits, food particles, do affect the roll. So it was important to maximise that crunch factor within the bait, meaning we got plenty of fleck, but obviously making sure it still rolls, and trying to do that was a nightmare. But in the end, we brung it to, I would say, the maximum we could get away with that crunch factor, to give you visual, to bring the nutritional value through the roof, give the carp a bait. That's irresistible. Well, the best way of explaining this is probably showing you how it works in person, because that's certainly how I learned for sure. So here it is, it goes along, the dough hits the sensor, chops it off, throws it down and makes these beautiful balls. Now in a second I'm going to touch on our dusting, but look at that, mate. And I know it seems a bit of a funny one to say, but I feel a bit like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, just with squid and octopus balls.
It definitely don't smell like it definitely don't smell like the Chocolate Factory in here, but look at them. Now it took a very long time to get this machine working like this and understanding. It wasn't so much the machine, it was us understanding the perfect way of running it. Getting the mix perfect so it rolls lovely. Now I don't know if the camera, you can see how soft they are. Almost like Play-Doh if you like, but the key thing is, if the camera focuses, when I'm squidging that bait, nothing's coming off in my hands, but they're completely pliable, just like Play-Doh.
So next up is our dusting process. Now some of you may or may not be aware, here at Parker Baits we dust our baits when they come off the roller. Now there's a big reason for this. Now what I've got here in front of me, I'll probably touch on the dusting before I talk about what I do with it. So the dusting here, I've got just under 20 different spices, very potent in front of me. I've got some kelp granules in there, some ground soy as well. I've got some different flecks. What I do is, this goes over the bait. As you can see, it almost looks like a little bit like curry powder to a degree, although it's far from that. And they stick to all the baits. Now a lot of people go, oh yeah, but when you steam it, it's all going to come off, mate. Yeah, but even if 10% of that stays on, that's 10% you guys, our customers, people joining the Parker Baits wave, they're getting extra on the bank and definitely giving them an edge. So there it is, a little bit more of an insight on the reasonings of why we set up the machine we do, how long it took us to set it up, the dough, the dusting, and a little bit more. Happy days. So let me touch on the OG fish and what it consists of, or a couple of the ingredients within the OG fish. You've got squid, octopus, and chili. 3 devastating flavours that have been around for a very long time. I remember using squid and octopus as a kid. You know, we're not trying to recreate the wheel here, but what we're trying to do is just bring you guys a very high-end product. We've not taken anything away from it, not affecting the nutritional values, not skimping, not putting away our egg ratio, you know, keeping everything the best it possibly can be, and then adding things like the steaming process to then help with that. It's just a match made in heaven. So you've got squid, octopus, and chili. You've got good things in there like, let me touch on a couple, blood plasmas. There's a good blood plasma level. We've got Alti 94 in here. Again, we touched on this in our last vlog. The Alti 94 is a high-end Alti 94, not a cheap one. So you got that in there as well. Robin red as well. That is the colour of our bait, and obviously you got that sort of Indian sort of smell to it. You've got good CLO content, cod liver oils, which also gives the fleck within our bait as well. And that's just a couple of the ingredients in the OG fish. And like I said, something I'm really proud of and quite passionate about, I must say.
I'm very glad to see the back of these things. Now these are our 10mm baits and they're a bloody nightmare to roll because the sensor you've just seen a minute ago does not work on a 10mm sausage. Now to get these you need a little 8mm sausage coming out of the extruder which goes like that. Oh, it's an absolute nightmare getting these things to roll. So unfortunately we've had to take these off the website, but they will be making a return in autumn this year. Now if you do want to find out any more about our products, head over to our website, there's a link in the description. But these were literally made yesterday, they're being boxed up this morning and being sent to our customers for delivery tomorrow. But you are the lucky customers and you are the last to get our 10mm baits. But there they are, look, 10mm OG fish, beautiful. So what have we been up to? Now this is all the bait we made yesterday, and if you didn't know already, that Parker Baits, we make everything fresh, and at the moment our freezers rotate on a 2-weekly basis. And some of this, believe it or not, was actually bagged up yesterday and sent to our customers. So it was made at 6 in the morning, sent at 3 o'clock and delivered the following day. This is our new fruit and nut dusting. It's a lot darker, so this is now a powdered hemp, along with crushed hemp and other bits and bobs all on the outside as well. If you do want to find out any more information about the fruit and nut, head over to our website. But yeah, look at them, these are 18 millers. So we had to bring these out into the light to show you exactly what they look like, because inside the factory it just doesn't do it justice. Now as you can see, all the different microscopic food particles that actually stay on the bait even when they sink to the bottom. Now tell me another bait in the UK straight out of the bag that looks like that.
So another edge as well, guys. Obviously, Tom just mentioned about all the tens of thousands of different food particles, but what you'll find is, over sort of 24 hours after the bait breaks down, as in the coating around the outside breaks down, you've almost got like a beautiful little halo around each bait. Now on this, obviously you've got like things like crushed hemp, pure hemp, you've got CLO content, you've got various different food particles, so you're going to get like a black halo around the fruit and nut. But on the fish, you almost get like a peppery, I don't know, there's like 20 different spices, so you've got like a halo of pepper, and with this one you've got a lovely little black halo around it that fish absolutely love. 3 reasons why to use Parker Baits. Now the first one, and the biggest one, it's a family run business. Now a family run business, I've got my mum in here, my brother in here, my dad gets in here, my granddad gets involved, my nan gets involved as well. We're all in here doing everything we can to keep that consistency and also making sure that we give a great product on a daily basis. The second thing, and the next thing, is the love and passion for bait making. You know, I touch it with my own hands, my brother touches it with my own hands. I'm not relying on multi-million pounds worth of machinery. It's our brains, we're not outsourcing base mixes, we're doing it in-house. So any bag that you open has probably been touched by me and Tom, and the love has went into it. So love and passion is the second one. And the final one is obviously our process. Now that is our steaming process and our dusting process. Now steaming's not new, it has been done before, but still something a lot of people aren't doing, but a lot of the bigger brands and a couple of the big brands are actually flicking on to steaming now. So steaming, and something else that nobody else does, is our dusting process. So if you want to stand out from the bunch, you want to, like I said, and I keep saying in this video, giving yourself an edge on the bank, our dusting process helps with that. So they get dusted when they come off the roller, they get dusted when they get after the steam as well. Tens of thousands of different food particles, something different and something new. So there it is, 3 little interesting facts and reasons to why to use Parker Baits. Now I talk about eggs a lot on our channel. Eggs as well, by the way, now are absolutely astronomical. We were paying 7.9p an egg and now we're paying 23p an egg, which is just crazy. Put 9 eggs in a kilo. This is a tray there, so we can then gauge, I know exactly, because obviously they're the same size, we get from the same supplier on a weekly basis. Thank God we've got a supplier of eggs, because it's hard out there at the moment. So here it is, these are boxes of 360 eggs. We're probably using about 4,000 eggs a week at the moment. In the summer of last year, we were using 6,000 eggs a week. 6,000 eggs. What are we going to be using? Obviously with you guys supporting the Parker Baits way, what are we going to be using this summer? Now come round here, Tom, and let me show you our eggs, or eggs that we've used over the last couple of weeks. There's no wool over your eyes here at Parker Baits. Here they are, baby. Absolutely crazy. I don't know what it is, 30 a tray, Tom? Yeah, that's a lot of 30s. So there's a food for thought for you. That's just under £2 per kilo it's costing us, just in eggs, That's excluding the price of the bag, the price of all the ingredients, and I know, and I bang on about it a lot, yes I do, Ben, is our high-end ingredients. So it just goes to show the money that is going into per kilo. No wool over your eyes, no scrimping, no powdered eggs, fresh eggs on a weekly basis. Look at them, absolutely beautiful. So bosh, there it is. I like to stay at Parker Baits, we just lick it with the steamer, we don't steam them for long. It's obviously help keeping that nutritional value. Now there it is, proof of the pudding, you can still see them, that dusting on them. Oh, she's strong. So yeah, I'm going to put them down without burning my hands. Every single one, beautiful, consistently cooked and steamed. Now we've got to add our lubricant in a second. So then ones have come out. Obviously the fresh ones are going in, that have just come off the roller there, getting consistent, dusted. I've only got 4 trays because we've nearly done a 20p mix on there now, which is nice. Put them in. I'm going to hit the timer now. Lube's on, they almost feel sticky now, like honey. I've said that in previous videos. There's our dusting over the top, good shake, and again takes a while. Look, give them a good shake till all the dustings drop through, and there you are, beautiful OG fish, Parker Baits ball of sexiness. I'm doing the 14 mils on my own now. Then my brother will go off the back then, take his time, and then do the base mixes. So we got these fresh base mixes. Again, I think I've mentioned this before on the channel. I'm not relying on the computers to weigh it. I'm doing it with our own brains. And what I normally do is Tom will do it, I'll double check it. And then if I do it, Tom will double check it. It seems a silly thing to do, but at least know we can keep that consistency 110% every single time, knowing that the same ratio ingredients, same egg ratio, so on, so on, so on, is happening every single time. That sun's disappeared though, down by the lake behind me. It really, really has, and it's looking a bit horrible, to be honest. Not looking great, but I don't know what fishing I'm going to get in this week, but hopefully I can get down the bank. Come off, look at this. You tell I've been cooking fish, but yeah, hopefully I'll get on the bank this week. Me and Mr. Longcast Corey, I think, are going to try and get out. But yeah, anyway, I should probably head back in and finish off these 14 mils.
Now, as you can see behind me, we've got our first batch of 20 large joggers. Now, these won't last long. Since the start of our clothing range, we've really struggled to get our hands on large for some reason, but we've just got our first batch. That's really exciting. Now, if you do want to grab yourself some Parker Baits merch, even if you don't want to buy the bait, you can grab yourself some merch. We do caps, we do beanies, joggers and hoodies. Not like this one. This is a fake. This is one of the trial ones, so they're way better quality than this. But yeah, as you can see behind me, we've got our nice, I'll flip the camera around actually and show you. So these are just nice and neat Parker Baits joggers. They're not too thick, so they're fine for the summer as well, summer evenings, etc. But yeah, head over to the website and grab yourself some Parker Baits clothing. Our next job of the day is to pack last night's orders. So today is Tuesday. These were last night's orders, so Monday's night's orders. These will go out today and be delivered tomorrow via our courier, which is DHL. Let's get packing. All right then, Mum, what are we doing?
We're bagging up 10 mils today. 10 mil OG fish.
These
nice and fresh.
These were cooked yesterday, weren't they, Mum? We cooked these yesterday.
Yep.
They're getting bagged today. They're getting sent today for, and bearing in mind, some of you may or may not like this news, but this is the last of the 10 millers. We will be bringing these back in, but this is the last of them now. So the lucky couple of ladies and gentlemen that have got their hands on them, there they are, fresh as fresh, like Mum just said.
Freshest bait in the game.
Freshest, join the way. There they are, going in the bags. So this is our new bags. I can't say me, Tom spent a lot of effort on these, making sure that everything's sort of really easy. Because one thing we were finding, Tom, from a production point of view, I guess, it was taking a lot of time. My handwriting's horrendous. Tom's isn't bad, but Mum's is better. So my mum used to write every single bag, OG
Anyone
fish.
that's bought the bait before will know it used to be handwritten every single bag, so we've eliminated that now just by ticking or Xing the boxes. These are also 100% recyclable, so you can put them straight in your green bin at home, and make sure you do as well.
And if I turn it round on the back there, Tom, it might be worth you going over that, because this is something that you
So
designed.
you've now got a little bit about Parker Baits, how to store the product, what's included in the product, best way to use it, etc. A little bit of information about why we steam our baits, but obviously for more information check out our website, parkerbaits.co.uk.
So there it is, freshest bait in the game, baby. OG fish chops. Now, a personal favourite of mine for a couple of reasons, and I'm going to touch on them now. So here it is, Tom, this is it. So we make the joke here at Parker Baits, we chop so you don't have to. So it gets the same loving care as our boilies themselves. They still get steamed, still get double dusted. But why do I like the chops? Now the chops, I feel, keeps the fish grubbing around in the same area for a long period of time. Being that there's all the spices, the dusting, like I said, the same ingredients as our boilies, and just keeps them fish grubbing around. Another key benefit to this, I like adding it to my particle mix. We do this in kilo bags. You can literally take it out of the bag, add it into your particle, or spot it straight out, which is something I've been doing over the winter. But using this with naturals in the winter time has changed my winter. This in the fruit and nut chops, like I said, small particles, so enough to keep them there but not to fill them up, but ultimately get a bite, and that's what we want. So there it is. We chop so you don't have to. This is on the Parker Baits store. Happy bloomin' day. Right guys, what I'm going to do is I do like touching and thanking you guys that have made orders at the Parker Baits store. So kicking it off today with Terry. This is going to Royston, I think you say it. I think that's how you say it anyway. So kicking it off with a 20 kg bundle. He's got 10 kg over here in the 40mm fruit and nut. And then he's got 10 kg over here in the 40mm fish. He's obviously a guy that likes 14 mils. Obviously that's a bulk bundle deal, so when you buy a bulk bundle deal at the Parker Bait store, it's a 20 kg bundle. You also get a bottle of sauce and also a hook bait of your choice. He's opted there for the 12 mils. Match of the hatch and the fish. Now moving on, this gentleman obviously likes pellet as well. Much faith in the Parker Baits. And look at this, he's got a mini mix, the fruit and nut, and also the fish. That's 3 kg, and then when you buy them at the Parker Bait store, you also get our free green tub with it. You've also got the option to add a sticker pack as well on our website. So we've got sauces. Now we didn't stop there, so this gentleman done our bulk sauce deal. So with our sauce deal, you get 5 sauces of your choice. So he's opted for 3 of the fruit and nut and 2 in the OG fish there, look. Pure liquid food, no bulkers, and basically does what it says on the tin. So that's that. Moving on. This gentleman obviously likes the flat spot as well. So we've got, on our website, we've got a reduced rate to save you guys money on our flat spot. So this is the fruity flat spot, and he's also got on there the monster crab. So that's 5 of them and 5 of them. Now moving this page over, we have got bulk flat spot deal, which has gone over. So now any 5 hook baits for X price. So it's $29.99 on our store, and you get 5 different choices of your hook baits down to your personal preference. Now what they've done is, I love this because he's touched base here. So he's done some in fish, some in fruit and nut. So he's got the fish ones and the fruit and nut. So he's got matching the hatches in there, whites in each. He's got some pinks in each. He's got matching action 12 mils, and obviously the wafters there, which are my favourite. So there they are. That's them. Finishing it off with 2 of each magic dust. Now this was ordered last night, Tom, eh? Yeah, last night. Thanks very much, Terry, for your order. You're going to be receiving this tomorrow. Come on the Nosser Pigs, and thank you for joining the Parker Baits Wave. Here at Parker Baits, we actually offer a collection service. Now, if you are local and you want to come down, you want to save money on postage, you can do that. I've got one of my good friends here, someone I've known for over a decade, Mr. Matt Clark himself. Now, he's ordered a 10 kg bundle. He's got 3 kg of the fruit and nut, 2 kg of the fruit and nut and the 14 mils. We've got an additional 3 kg of the 18 mils in fish, and then 2 kg of the 40 mil in fish. He's opted, because obviously now Tom's giving you the flexibility on our website, you don't have to take a liquid food. So Matt's went for, instead of a liquid food, he's taken the fruity flat spot. He's then finished it off with 12 mil pink OG fish pop-ups, and then our OG fish pellets as well. When you buy the OG fish pellets, you get them in a lovely CARP pot, which comes free when you do order 3 kg of pellet. Finish it off with the OG fish magic dust. Match made in heaven, baby. There you go. This was ordered last night. Yeah. And there you go. Thanks very much, mate. Good seeing you. OG fruit and nut and the 18 mils this morning in great depth, and told you about their visual. Now we're just finishing off the last couple of trays. It's quite time consuming packing the bags. It's not just filling the bags up, and they've got to then be sealed. All the air needs to be taken out, and then they go in our heat shrinker, is it, Tom? Or heat sealer, should I say? Heat sealer. And then it seals it all off, looks professional. Something like that. I mean, there's one done there, and there's the ones I've just done with the seal on top, so it keeps that utmost freshness. Obviously, when it's in, pull your seal off you go, and there's a zip lock underneath. So you may be on the bank and you might not use the whole kilo of baits. You can bring it home, put it back in the freezer, and use it when you go next time. So there it is, 18 mils done. Jobs. Orders done, Tommy. Orders done.
Yeah, orders done.
We've done all chops. Look at these bad boys, fresh chops. I showed you the fish chops earlier. Now this is the fruit and nut. This here was cooked yesterday. I've chopped it today, and look at this. Look, just to show how much moisture's in that bait. I can almost make a ball out of it. Look at that. That's how fresh it is. So there it is. This is going to be bagged today. Got to be bagged today, really, alongside our fish. That will then bring us up to then pull us through probably weekend's trade, and then Monday we go again, baby. So what we're going to do is now, myself and Tom are going to head out, show you the bait situation, what Neil's been doing throughout the duration of the day today, and 14 mil fish, and also the orders that come in last night through the duration of the day.
Because just remember, it's the best decision you've ever made.
Ever made. Well, just before we go, that was good, ain't it? Just before we go out and show you what Neil's been doing, what I've been doing, flicking out, dusting the baits in between, and also the orders, bringing in. Now I made the joke, I was at Churchgate Lakes last week filming, and I met probably 10, 15 people that watched the video, and they all say to me, oh, you got smell-o-vision now, Ben. I said, oh yes I have. I was going, yes, smell my boilies. Because I make the joke on here, because I wish you guys could smell what I'm smelling now, because you'll be going, get me some of that OG fish and watch me catch an osser. That's what you'd be saying to me, because it really does smell great. It smells fantastic. So moving along the line, Neil's been non-stop today. He's doing our double dusting. We've got 14 mils up on there. So we've been getting these shaken, it drops down. Let me show you how much bait we've actually done today. So here it is. Fresh should be our middle name. Look at that, baby. OG fish, fresh, cooked today. OG fish, fresh. Believe it or not, that was cooked today.
When will the customers be getting that bait?
Hopefully when they order this evening.
They'll have it the following day.
Exactly that. Most of our orders, Tom, it's worth you bringing this up, because I would say probably 90% of our orders are going out that same day, or the following day.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think anybody else is doing that. But again, OG fish, fresh, baby. Right, so we've actually done 1/4 ton of bait today, 250 kilo of bait in the 14 mils. The reason why we're doing this now is because it's a lot, it's worth me telling you this, it's a lot more effective to not take out, obviously we showed you the roller this morning. If you take that roller out and say for scenario's sake we've got to change onto a fruit and nut mix, the whole mixer needs to be clean. That could possibly take anything up to an hour. So what we do is we run the same bait, sorry, the same mixes, but do the same size, so we don't have to keep changing nozzles, etc. The extruder can run at the same speed, and it's a match made in heaven. So there it is, 1/4 ton of fresh 14 mil OG fish. So there they are. I like to put this across in our video. So this is, I would say, what most people are seeing when they look in a bag in a tackle shop. These sort of boilies is what you're seeing. Now ours are better anyway, because they've already had a first stage dusting. Obviously they're steamed and the nutritional values through the roof. But if I just put it into perspective, check this out. So you've got this, take a good look at that. Take that in, I'll put it in the light, take a good look at that. If you come up nice and close, Tom, again. That's them before. Look at the difference. You've got boilies on steroids. That's the only way of putting them across. Tens of thousands of different food particles. And yes, they come out, the Parker Baits bags like this. The one question asked at the Big One show was, what, have you just put them in the bags for show? No, this is how they come out the bag. So we've done all this, we've done all the background work, we've added the dust into it. So you can go, you can thaw the bait out the freezer, go and be 100% confident on the bait and know that you've got a bait that's going to do the do. And there it is, OG fish.
Just checking that I ain't got anything eating our fish. Part of the cormorant, part of the herring, having a feast. Literally having a feast properly down there. Not much I can really do. Lovely day though, beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful day. I only have a quick check most mornings. If I don't, my mum and my dad will. But since the last fish getting bullied, we haven't had any more issues. Touch wood. That doesn't mean to say for a second they're just going to vanish, because they're not just going to vanish, they are going to come back. So I do need to find a permanent solution. But yeah, this is where they were before. Here, it was just here actually, right here, and there's nothing there, which is good, thank God. Nothing there. Nothing there. Water's right up as well. This is probably the deepest part of the lake, because about here, it's about 5 to 6 foot, give or take. Apologies about the wind if you're picking a wind up. Some wild duck, they're not ours. But we are golden.
We are golden, baby. The island there. Couldn't even fit a car on that little island, but yeah. Lovely, lovely. Thank you very much. Hello, goaties. How are you? You right? Yeah. Hello. Hello. I love your little beard on you, ain't ya? Hey? Right, let's see the babies. So if anybody comes to Parker Baits HQ Open Day, this is where we've done the live day. Oh my God, look at him. Hello. Hello. Oh, no, you didn't like that, mate, did you? I won't do that, sorry. Hello, mate. We've got some donkeys over the back here. This is where we've done the live demo. Look at them all. Look at all the little baby goats. Say hello. If you can see them over the back there. Look at him. Love that. Love that. Hello, mate. Hello, how are you? Say hello to everybody watching. Say, come on the Parker Baits wave. Right, I love you and leave you all. You're all looking at me funny because I'm making funny noises. Have a nice day, goats. See you, little baby.
So if anyone's wondering how your shoes look after a day of OG fish, that is how they look.
That's toned down for me, Tom. You should see the shoes at home. There's my other one.
I reckon I could literally sell them on eBay.
Yeah.
OG fish shoes.
Half a magic dust pot.
Yeah, you probably scrape together a magic dust out there.
Now I'm absolutely stinking of OG fish being out. That's all we've done all day long. I've touched on what we've done today, but hopefully, just hopefully, that was a little bit more of a taste in your mouth of what we do on a daily basis. Now I physically couldn't get it all in what we've done today.
And we've tried to do it a little bit differently to what was in the last video, and if you haven't seen that, there'll be a link down in the description down below. If you haven't seen that video already, make sure you go over and check that one out. It's got more information about what we've been up to and slightly different information to the video you've seen today.
So there it is, Tom's knocked that out on the head there, 100%. And like you said, if you do want to see more, guys, go check that out. So that's this week's video, Sunday upload, something a little bit different and another factory vlog. If you haven't joined the Parker Baits Wave, make sure you head over to the Parker Baits store and get your hands on the freshest bait in the game. So I'm going to leave it
Link
at that.
down below.
So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. I hope you like this week's video. If you have, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below. Smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos going forward. And if you would like to watch another video, make sure you go over, get your popcorn, head over to the channel. There's loads of videos on there, whether that be fishing, primarily fishing, but a bit of everything. Go check it out. So I'm going to leave it at that. Peace out.